Okay, episode 1,
Yes.
the fucking first episode.
Mullets and mics.
I'm Allie.
I'm Raina.
Let's address my voice.
The elephant in the room is, why does Allie sound like this?
So Raina literally is here in Vancouver for less than 40 hours, and we're going to maximize.
Yes. And we have maximized. We are currently halfway through the trip. A good, 24 hours in? Not even 24 hours in.
Not even 24 hours.
Not even a full day in, and we have
no stone is left.
Quite literally maximized.
No stone is left unturned. And let's just address my voice. I apologize, but
Mama was out clubbing.
Mama was out clubbing. You guys, I still keep it real. But here's the rules. I don't wait in line, and I'm not paying cover. Like I'm over.
And people are going to be like, who does she think she is? And
for sure.
How is she pulling this?
That's because I'm over the age of 35.
Okay.
So number one, I shouldn't even be out. Okay. But if you do still club, mad power to you and get after it.
Yeah.
But I will say that we had
My
a ton of
head's
fun.
Still pounding.
Yeah.
I have a headache.
I know.
Actually.
And for this fucking first episode, we need to unpack what truly happened last night, because
we walked back to the hotel last night and we're like, that's a mullet night. That was such a
mullet night. That was a mullet night. And I hope you listen to the trailer, because then you'll understand what we're about. But here's the way that Raina and I are viewing both 2023 and any time that we're spending time together, is that it's a hell yes.
Yeah.
It's a yes to life. It's a yes to
joy.
Fun, to joy.
Yeah. We're getting tattoos this afternoon that say make moments.
Make moments.
Yeah. More moments.
Because we have had a massive lack of fun.
Yeah.
Like there was 2 years where I was quarantined with my husband and kids. Like I can't even unpack that.
I remember getting on Zooms with you at that time and you're like, it's fine. It'll be done in a month. In a month we'll be on vacation. And it was like, 2 years later.
I know. And it wasn't just that, but every time, even before that, like Raina, you cry every single time that we are together.
Every single time
we're together, you're shedding a tear about something. And I was like, man,
what is that?
Because we're having no fun.
Yeah.
And fun, again, we're going to unpack my voice and what happened this last night. And this is an extreme amount of fun, but we have forgotten to laugh.
Yeah.
As women, we are so in our little bubble of, okay, I'll take care of the house. I got to work. I got to pay this. I got to look after the shoulds.
Yeah. Shoulds are big.
The shoulds are big.
But even coming on this trip, we were like, no, we're only having fun. We're literally coming to maximize the next 40 hours, then holiday break. Then we've got like kids and mom mode, right? So it's like we have literally like 2 full days basically
of saying yes to everything we possibly could.
Yes.
But that also translates what we wanted to pull more into our life.
Yeah.
Saying yes to meeting a new friend, saying yes to opportunities, which sometimes I feel guilty that if I say yes to something, it comes at the expense of something else.
Yeah.
So if I say yes to having a wine date with a girlfriend to catch up,
what are you saying no to?
Right. I'm saying no to being a mom.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
that's a little extreme, right? Like, and I think that's kind of the belief that we want to squash.
That's the shame.
With mullets. Should we put mullets on before we go any further?
Should we
engage? Mullets engage?
Mullet up, ladies.
Wah, wah, wah. Cue the music.
It's to cue the music.
We need what are we? We're like,
yeah, we need some sort of like amazing guitar. And then a slow motion 1, 2, mullet on. And everything changes. You
feel it?
Oh, it's a vibe. We said in the trailer, and we will say it every episode. Go buy yourself a mullet.
Tag us.
Go have one night. Go to the grocery store.
We also had this idea of like everywhere we travel, because we travel a lot together. We had this idea to stop anyone we saw with a mullet and take pictures with the person with the mullet.
Did you know that the female mullet is called the shullet?
There's a she?
Yes.
Shullet?
Because I think that, and I want people, don't get it confused. Like the mullet can be very much attached to kind of like the hick kind of
country
this is
no
the best.
offense, anybody.
This is what my uncle cut my hair like. But I'm sorry, Rihanna, Miley Cyrus, these badass bitches cut their hair into mullets.
Okay, can we also, maybe this is the time to share, maybe not, this is not the time to share. I don't know. We'll edit this out if it's not the time to share.
True.
But when we were meeting with our partner in crime about this podcast and this, like,
the vision of Mullet Talk,
we were like, if we get, I don't even remember what we
said. My God,
100,000 subscribers.
No, we said 1 million.
I'm like, 2 followers and we will know. Yeah, 1 million subscribers on YouTube. We will cut our hair into mullets.
So if you go to
our
YouTube,
real hair,
we will cut our hair into mullets and be even more
not
badass.
like this.
But we'll have the shullet. There's so many different. There's shaggy shullets.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
So like 1 million subscribers, and we're cutting mullets.
And we're cutting our hair into mullets. Because, and some of you might be shaking your heads going, this is craziness. But here,
what am I listening
to? Here is the deal.
Yeah.
We're challenging you to say yes to more goodness in your life. We're challenging you to actually laugh a little bit more, to join this community of fun, to go do something that you normally wouldn't.
Yes.
Yes. Go do a little bit more of you. And we're going to try in all these episodes to unpack who we have become because of these mullets.
Yeah.
And also maybe shed a little wisdom. We said in the trailer, we've got divorce, health issues, businesses, motherhood.
I just was doing this little mental, we've bossed up a lot since these mullets went on a year ago.
The mullet did change a lot for us. And I think that it does come back to joy, happiness, fun, and finding a little bit more purposeful time when you spend it with good people. Yeah. And let's unpack last night because I'm sorry.
We said yes last night.
We 100% said yes.
We said yes. And it started so sweet. I meet Allie and I go to her school and we do a little tour and then we go walk along the beach and have our catching up and your little selfies and that kind of thing. And then we come back to the hotel and we get around for the night and then we meet our best friend in the whole world and have what were we there 2.5 hours?
We were there 2.5 hours. You guys know. Yeah. Right. You get women, long lost friends together.
Seen her in a couple years.
It was nonstop talk. I say we solved everybody's lives.
Everyone.
We literally solved.
Maybe that's why, that's it too. That's a mullet thing. Is collaborating to solve world hunger and all of the other issues going on in our lives. But we do sit down unapologetic and we're like, what's going on? And then they both jump cheetahs and it's okay, let's fix this. And then what's wrong with you? And then let's jump to fix this. It's powerful
and it's honest
and 100% honest.
From there, we got a text from a friend who said, come meet us at a bar.
Mind you, I only know the 2 women I was at dinner with.
Right. It's a friend of mine. Friend. I'm the local. I'm a local. I trust the source. And I was like, you know what? Let's say a yes. And so the 3 of us rolled there. Progressing through the night.
Can we share though a little bit? Okay. So it's a friend and we're not going to name drop because I don't want to do that. But they're on an adult sports team.
100%.
Not the NFL or
an
NHL or anything like that.
That's all we know for adult sports teams.
An organized team sport, and it's a competitive sport, and it's this group
giant group of men.
20, they're 39 to 55. It felt
for sure.
Men.
Yeah, a big group of guys, and we rolled in there, and they were gracious.
Yes,
they were kind,
so polite.
And they literally just dragged us from place to place to place. And
so the first spot we go in, we text them when we get there and we're here. And there's a giant line outside next to this bar / club that we're about to go in. And the owners, they're hanging out with us and he comes out and puts his arm around us and we walk in and I'm I feel
that's mullet.
One of
that's
the fancy women in a movie.
Man,
that's just getting pulled into the hot one. The hot girls that are you come through. That's how I felt last night.
You right there.
You. Blonde. You with the mullet.
You with the mullet.
You with the mullet.
How many times though did we say throughout the night that we were we should have brought our mullets?
We say that all the time though.
I feel we need to pack them in our purse.
I think we need to have Yeah. Because these roll up nicely. I don't carry a purse.
Fast forward. We end up, because we're just following this group of guys, and the number one place guys love to go is a good strip club.
And we are 100% along for the ride.
Yes.
Before we get to the teats, he was like, we're going to go here. Cool. And then they come, and then we just like roll in with this group of guys. Like the only 2 women in this like giant group of guys. And then the next place, we're going to go here. Cool. And then we leave and we roll in, and we don't pay for anything.
Nothing. And you know what? Maybe the young 20-year-olds have this happen, but us shriveled mothers, we're just like, we were like, so how much is this going to cost? Do you need my credit card? And we just,
I need Canadian dollars.
you know, like we're a bit of club amateurs now. Like we don't do that anymore.
No.
So just to bypass lines, everything was
awesome.
So aligned.
Yes.
Like it was a yes to everything. And it was like for a second, the moment you start saying yes, the dominoes, it's a snowball of like goodness and fun and more things coming, and it all aligned and more laughs. And, you know, we bounced from place to place, and obviously my voice got progressively worse and worse and worse, but we did then finally follow them into the strip club.
Yes.
Now, this is a controversial part, and this is, you know, you may love strip clubs, support it,
go you. Like, we have zero, just to start, like, we have zero, like, judgment. Like, we were talking to some of them and being like, okay, how long have you been doing that? Like, we literally had conversations with a lot of
the women in there. And
it was awesome, actually.
Let's just say the truth here.
Okay.
One of the guys
who was very intoxicated,
like shit-faced.
Was like, he looked at me and he was like, do you want to dance? And I was like, there's like no music. What do you mean? You know, I'm like, oh, it was so embarrassing. But he goes, no, like a lap dance. And I was like, what? Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And then he gets up, walks over to the bar, grabs like the hottest one in there.
Hands down the hottest girl.
Tattoos. Just
sweet as pie. Sarah. Well, we'll call her Sarah. We'll call her Sarah.
Yeah. So he like goes over and grabs her, and she like comes over and is like, you ready? And I'm like, now?
But the best is Raina's like, can we do it later? Like, this poor girl's working.
To like just push it off as long as I could.
Well, because we
I'm
panicked.
Just, like, I'm so uncomfortable. Yeah. Like I don't go to strip clubs and get lap dances from strippers.
Well, you grew up in a very religious family in Missouri.
But I did tell you while we were there that on my 18th birthday, my aunt took me to a strip club for my 18th birthday.
Everybody has a strip club story.
It's like still ingrained in my mind. This was 10 times better than when I was 18 in Missouri.
So Raina, of course, the next question is, can I bring a friend?
Yeah.
Can I bring Allie?
The guy was like, do you want me to go in there with you? And I was like, no.
Definitely not, dude.
No.
Back away, dude.
But Allie, yes. Allie, you're coming. And she's like, well, I don't know. Allie, you're coming.
Right. So again.
And you say yes.
And I said yes.
Yes.
So we roll into the private room.
Yeah. We're escorted back.
We're escorted back by Sarah. And we go into the private room. Both of us have our tequila sodas.
We have 2 little chairs kind of like this. And she's like, scoot back a little. So we push back off the stage a little bit, and our tequilas, and we cheers.
And had an awkward eye contact.
Curtains are shut.
Giggle.
Yeah. I didn't know where to look.
No, the whole thing, for some reason, I'll be honest, I thought we would go in there and just chat. I was like
we didn't think she would actually like dance because it was us.
I literally thought, because we were female, I thought, oh, she'll just like,
we'll just fuck around and like
talk. And we'll just chat. But no. She bends over.
Her routine.
She stuck to her routine, which was a queen move. It's a mullet move.
Yeah, it was 100% a mullet move.
And Raina actually says to her, so then as she's going through her routine, Raina and I, now super awkward, we decide we're going to question this girl and find everything.
Just picture us in these 2 chairs, and then there's this like stripper right here, and Allie and I are just like, wow. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm like, thank God I had a drink. I was holding my drink and looking, like trying to look at Allie as much as I could, because it's just like,
and it was impressive.
But I'm not, like, she looked amazing.
And we decided to just ask her all the questions under the sun.
Awkwardness came in.
Yeah. And about 4 questions in is when, we decided to ask, so do you shave or wax? Like, what's the situation? Because everything is looking good and
so smooth.
So smooth. Everything's looking very smooth.
I was expecting her to say like laser hair removal or something, because that's how like cleaned up it was.
Well, I'm going to tell you, when you're making $100 for 7 minutes,
true.
You should be doing a full body.
He paid, because we asked, how much was this?
Yeah, we asked
$100.
her. We said, how much are you making? And she goes, $100. And we said, for 7 minutes,
literally.
And she works until 3 a.m. Which, like, let's get this into a vibe here, because
I don't know if I'd be able to stay up that late.
No,
How do you maintain energy till 3 a.m?
I said to her, I'm like, I'm 7 hours deep into sleep by 3 a.m. I haven't seen a 3 a.m. in 10 years.
Right.
But she was cranking it out. Her shoes were fantastic.
Like that tall.
Oh,
like a good, like 8 inches.
And she did some sort of bum clapping routine that, like, her bum clap.
So impressive.
Full nudity.
As soon as she did that, I like, it was like whiplash over to Allie, like, oh my God, how did she do that? And Allie's like, I'm going to be practicing that.
Yeah. And tonight. I tried, and then nothing is clapping.
No.
But
not clapping like Sarah.
What did she say about her razor? So we go, oh, do you wax or shave? Because everything looks super smooth. You guys just, and she goes, I shave.
And I was like, well, you don't get like, razor burn or anything like that. Cause I mean, it was like, it was like baby smooth.
It was smooth.
It was crazy. And she was like, well, I use like that.
Intuition.
She goes, I use the razor with the lotion on the outside. And I go, oh, the intuition. I use that too.
So we are for sure besties.
So now we are connected.
Yeah. And we found out everything about this girl. How long, what does she make? Where does she live?
Extracurricular activities.
Yeah. Extracurricular activities. What does she like to do? We found out, how many guys get lap dances and want to hang out with her after, or like, what is it? Gross? Do you love this?
We spent our 7 minutes
just questioning her,
while she's just like in her mode of her routine, like not even breaking character.
No, did not break character. It was
just
flawless.
Answering the question.
And we rolled out of there, and both of us looked at each other with a newfound respect for strippers.
100%.
No judgment, whether you support the industry or not. It doesn't matter. I was like, what a powerful freaking woman.
Yeah.
That she just rolls in. That's her line of work. She did her routine. She stuck to her, didn't break character.
No.
And we laughed and had the best time with this other fellow female.
Yeah.
Like, it was hilarious and a brand new experience for you and I.
Oh my God. Like, I had never been in that situation before.
Would you do it again?
100%.
Me too. 100%. That was, it was so funny. And so
where did you lose your voice though? Like, I was just like, wait.
So the voice progressively got worse.
Then we went to like a real club.
And then we went to a real boom boom club. And it was like so loud that I think that people talk and they think that you can hear, because I'm yelling back, what? What? And I remember back in my club days, there was this trick where if you plug your ear in a club and somebody's talking, you can kind of hear them. So I would like plug my ear, hear what they're saying, and then vote like as powerfully as I could, yell back my answer.
It was very hard to have conversation because like 2 hours earlier, I had like an entire meal of like chicken pesto penne.
Yes.
And I woke up this morning with still like the garlic breath from it.
And all night you had the burps.
And all night I kept belching. And so I'd have to like belch and then like do like a little side blow so that I wasn't like
get out the pesto.
To get out the pesto.
But it was a night that we, from the moment of touchdown to the moment we crawled into our king size bed in the hotel room, we said yes to everything. And it was adventure. It was fun. It was totally out of the ordinary.
We almost went home. At like midnight, walk outside, and they're like, we're going here. And we're like, we look at each other and we're like,
yes.
Okay. Like, it was just
keep going.
So fun.
Because the new vibe, the new energy that we want to kind of bring is, let's have more fun. Because do you know how long I've spent like sad?
I know. Well, and I was just thinking, I'm like, we want to become yes men more, but to only things that align.
Oh, right. That is exactly right.
Like,
that is exactly
saying
right.
Yes more, but only to things that feel good.
And by doing that, you actually get to know yourself better.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. 100%.
Because you have to start identifying like, well, what does feel good? What do I want? What is my alignment?
Yeah.
What boundaries do I have?
And sometimes you don't know until you just go out and live, right?
And like, there's so many times I'm not living.
Yeah.
Like I'm just in a hamster wheel of the same thing over and over again. And
same.
And as I think we all are. Well, that's your deal, right?
No, but you were talking about it last night though. I forgot who we were talking about, but like sometimes like that's great and that routine feels so good, but like we have to like break that sometimes to really like live and grow and
that's what it was. I was saying, you know, I love when I see people on social media who are very consistent and do the same thing over again. And I enjoy it. I like seeing when their routine changes because I go, oh, you're normal.
Yeah.
You're normal. Yeah. I like seeing the person that every day on Instagram is like, I'm up at 4:30 a.m. And I go, and then one day they sleep till 7. And I'm like, oh, rebel. God, you rebel. Look at you being normal.
Naughty girl.
You naughty girl sleeping to 7. But I think that we need a fun reset.
Yeah.
All around. Yeah. And how does the mullet vibe kind of translate into your life? And what can you do with a group of girls or just by listening to us?
Or by yourself. Yeah.
Or by yourself.
Mull it up
And have some more fun. Yeah. Because once we do a fun reset, everything else can realign. Like when you forget to laugh, I just sit there and cry. But once I start laughing, I go, everything else I can deal with.
Yeah.
So our challenge is where can you say yes? Where can you align?
Say yes this week.
Say yes this week.
And not to everything.
Yeah. And welcome to episode fucking you.
Is that lipstick on my coffee cup?
Are you fucking kidding me? Neither of us have lipstick. Can you see? Look at the lipstick. No, you can. Look at that's lipstick.
I think
that's a corporate issue.
This is a corporate. We're gonna write a letter.